Hey everyone, today's title is Quantum Mechanics Expert Reshape Your Reality, Embrace Joy, and Find Deeper Meaning. Hi, my name is DC. I'm studying to become a manifestation coach. And on this channel, we're going to debunk the mysteries of all things manifestation, separating fact from fiction, and going over the different methods out there so we can manifest a good life. The inspiration for today's video comes from a podcast done by Dr. Mayim Bialik. You probably know her as a neurobiologist from the sitcom Big Bang Theory. Dr. Mayim Bialik happens to be a neuroscientist. So she interviews physicist and consciousness researcher Thomas Campbell, author of My Big Toe. Toe as in TOE, an acronym for Theory of Everything. While the podcast talked about topics within quantum mechanics, we're going to focus on manifestations. So stay till the end because there's going to be a little surprise. It's going to be an aha moment that's going to resonate with everything that we're going to talk about today. So according to Thomas Campbell, setting intentions has to be aligned with universal well-being, not just hopes and wishes. That is where the power is, where our intentions are aligned with the universe. Another thing he talks about is that we must have a focused, quiet mind. So a lot of times when people manifest, they manifest out of desperation and anxiousness, and the mind is very, very chattery, very noisy. And he says to quiet the mind and not get distracted by outside circumstances, but understand that if we focus on and have a quiet mind, there's going to be a greater chance for things manifesting in our favor. He wants to emphasize that positive feelings are the driving force, the power behind our intentions. So Thomas Campbell talks about consciousness, source, or God in terms of a system that is set up. And the purpose of that system is to grow up and become love through kindness, cooperation, and helpfulness. What that does is it lowers entropy or chaos and disorder. And our intentions must be aligned with this purpose to create order. And it's driven by the desire to help others, and therefore our manifestations will most likely succeed. The opposite is true when, once again, we talk about the ego and self-centeredness and the anxiousness and the chattery mind. That has no power. And same thing goes for wishful thinking. It has no staying power, and therefore the manifestations that you desire are less likely to happen. So therefore, what he says is we must release control and trust in the process. He also talks about us as being part of the larger consciousness system. Our purpose is also to evolve towards love and therefore also lowering entropy, fostering cooperation and care. So aligning with this purpose brings about happiness, ease in our lives, and manifestations just seem to come about almost effortlessly. And that's what life is all about. Wouldn't you want a life that is full of that joy and happiness? The opposite is true, is when we operate out of ego, we struggle, and it reflects in the world today that needs much healing. So this framework offers a scientific perspective and, as he claims it, evidence that God exists and that God is love, and that our purpose, just like God's purpose is to create order from chaos. It's not that desiring is bad, is it aligned with the higher purpose? See, I told you that was an aha moment. Who would have thought that a physicist would talk about the scientific evidence of God existing? So if you enjoyed what you heard today, go ahead and hit that like button. And if anything resonated with you, please share it in the comments below. And if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thanks and have an epic day.